Thoughts on what's being reported, possible swap deal. Christopher Nkunku to Manchester United, Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea.
I don't get it for United. I mean, Nkunku's not kicked a ball hardly. I mean, he's obviously had the injury when he first come in. He struggled to get going at Chelsea. I mean, I'm not saying that Garnacho's the best player in the world and that he needs to actually, that Garnacho needs to sort of stay at Manchester United. If they get good money for him, OK, that might work. But to swap him for Nkunku, I mean, I have to say that doesn't feel like a move that I would do if I was Manchester United. I can see why you would do it if you were Chelsea.
Tim, I want to move on to a story that's been developing over the last 24 hours. A lot of talk about Alejandro Garnacho and a potential move to Chelsea. And then later on yesterday, this potential for Christopher Nkunku from Chelsea to be heading the other way in some kind of swap deal. When you look at both players, how surprised would you be if this happens?
Very surprised on the fact that I don't think Chelsea need Garnacho. I think they got better players than Garnacho.
They really need another winger, do they?
No, I don't think they do. So I'd be very surprised. Nkunku to United, I can see that he's a goal scorer. He wants to play on a regular basis. And I still think Man United are a big pull. I believe that. But for Garnacho to go the other way, I just can't see it. And I'm not sure about Garnacho. I don't think he's a superstar. I really don't. But I think he's a lot better than a lot of players they've got. So when you haven't got that many good players and someone who's come through your academy, why would you release?
But that's the thing. It feels like he's been around for ages. He has, and therefore he's still only 20. Do you not see the potential in Garnacho?
Yeah, potential. We keep talking about potential. Rashford as well. And I think he's massively overrated. I just think the money...
What, even 2 seasons ago, when he was scoring for fun?
Yeah, well, we're scoring for fun in one season. You know, I like his attributes. I think he's got a lot to offer, Marcus. But I just think to be a top draw player, you've got to do it on a regular basis. You've got to be consistent. You've got to keep doing it. You've got to drive your team. You've got to be someone the rest of your teammates look up to be a superstar on 350 grand a week. 350 grand a week. Why do you think he hasn't left Man United? Because no one can afford to take him. Because he's not a superstar. He's not an out-and-out superstar. And I think it's a real problem for Man United. And I don't know how they're going to get out of that one. He's not a bad player. I'm not saying that. He's not a bad lad. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying what I've seen on a football pitch, week in, week out, season in, season out, I've seen glimmers. I've seen little sparks of really impressive stuff. But it's all potential. Can't be potential. How old is he? 26? 27?
If I'm Man United, I'm getting that deal done live-o.
100%.
100%. I'm dropping...
Getting Nkunku in and Garnacho the other way.
If I'm United, I'm dropping him off and picking up Nkunku. I am, because he's a good player. I mean, he's just bang unlucky at Chelsea because of Palmer.
Yeah.
Because Palmer's done unbelievably well. He just hasn't got in the team.
He's done really well in that other squad in Europe.
Oh, he's a good player, honestly. If Man United got him, they'd get a signing and a half. Honestly, they wouldn't. I'm with Tim. I don't get the Garnacho one. He's not better than Sancho. Nowhere near.
Neto.
He's not better than Neto. Him and Mudawuki, they'll have their days where they look really good, but they won't be consistent enough. But yeah, I don't see where he plays. But the other lad walks into the Man United team.
RB Leipzig striker Benjamin Sesko has reportedly given Manchester United hope that they could sign him this summer, having reacted positively to their interest. Having missed out on Liam Delap earlier this summer, United have turned their attention back to Sesko, who they first scouted during his time at RB Salzburg. Arsenal abandoned a deal for the Slovenian after managing to find a breakthrough to sign Viktor Gyökeres from Sporting. This has emboldened United to move for Sesko, and the reports on Monday claim that United have stepped up their approach for the striker. One such report emanates from Germany, where Sky Sport reporter Florian Plettenberg provided an update this evening. He claims that Sesko has reacted positively to United's approach to sign him over the weekend and is impressed with the efforts they are taking to get a deal done. However, Plettenberg failed to rule out Newcastle, who are also showing signs of interest. Eddie Howe's men are on the hunt for a striker after Alexander Isak told them of his desire to leave last week. Newcastle stress Isak is not for sale and that a move for any striker would be in addition to the Swede, but the reality could be a lot different before the window ends. Journalist Fabrizio Romano provided further details on Newcastle's efforts to sign Sesko on his YouTube channel. He claims that the Magpies are crucially further ahead in the process to sign the forward, having already presented their project to him, and having prepared a bid which would match RB Leipzig's asking price of between £60.7 million and £69.4 million. The Bundesliga club would also like to receive between £4.3 million and £8.7 million in add-ons from the move. Romano added that United have been asked to be updated with any progress made on Sesko's exit. It is understood the striker wishes to leave RB Leipzig after they missed out on the Champions League spots last season. While United are unable to offer him that competition and Newcastle are, this may not be a deciding factor in the race for the striker. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is reported to have put his foot down after cancelling a planned move for Aston Villa's Emiliano Martinez for 2 reasons, leaving a determined Ruben Amorim to settle on a new top choice to join Manchester United as a new goalkeeper this summer. After a dismal campaign that resulted in a 15th place finish in the Premier League and left the club without European football for the first time since the 2014-15 season, Manchester United will hope and expect for bigger and better things in the upcoming campaign. And while Amorim has already spent up the funds at his disposal on 2 new signings in Brian Bumo and Mateus Cunha, a number of key sales will give the boss license to further strengthen his squad. To that end, David Ornstein revealed earlier this week that Amorim has 3 main ambitions left this summer: a new goalkeeper, a holding midfielder and a new number 9. As far as a new goalkeeper is concerned, Amorim knows that much depends on sales. But with the much-maligned Andre Onana digging his heels in and refusing to entertain a sale, United are now likely to alter their stance on bringing in another stopper. Despite that, a report earlier this week revealed United had made a cheeky opening inquiry to sign Aston Villa star Martinez, who is understood to be very much open to a move to Old Trafford this summer. However, after launching a loan offer for the World Cup winner's services, it was reported that an incredulous Aston Villa had very quickly sent United packing. And after Villa responded by sticking a £40 million, €46 million, $54 million price tag on his head, the Manchester Evening News has revealed that Ratcliffe has told Amorim to forget any hopes of his signing. With the budget for a deal, nor room at the club for his giant £200,000 a week wages, making a move entirely implausible. In a simple 31-word explanation, they wrote, a potential transfer for Emiliano Martinez has been dismissed. United aim to avoid raising their wage bill, especially since Martinez signed a new contract with Villa last year worth over £200,000 a week. As a result of that, Fabrizio Romano has now revealed that a change of tack at Old Trafford will now see Amorim target a move instead for Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Sen Lammens. Romano posted on X, Aston Villa have rejected an approach from Man United for Dibu Martinez on a loan deal. Man United still deciding internally with an experienced GK and a young GK as options. Lammens from Royal Antwerp remains one of the main names. Lammens, as an alternative, would certainly be a shrewd signing. The Royal Antwerp goalkeeper is available for transfer this summer and has already rejected an approach from Galatasaray. With the player's focus understood to be on securing a move to the Premier League to that end, Leeds have also been credited with a strong interest in the Belgian media earlier this week. However, with the Whites now closing in on a move for Lyon's Lucas Perry, instead, United have been given what looks like a clear run at the 23-year-old star.